This balloon cast episode's also been extracted from the book The Power of Moments by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. The title is Multiply Milestones. Levels, Intermediate Up. In 1996, when Josh Clark was 25, he had a bad breakup with his girlfriend, and it left him in a slump. So he started jogging. Clark hated jogging. He'd always hated jogging. But he thought this time might be different. It wasn't. It was just as boring and painful as it had always been. But this time he stuck with it, and eventually he had come out to the other side, he said. The runs had started to feel different, meditative and relaxing. He could barely believe it. He never thought he was the kind of person who could enjoy running. He felt the zeal of the converted, he said, and he resolved to help other people discover the pleasures of jogging. Was there a way for someone to get to the other side without requiring the period of suffering he had endured? He wondered, how do I give people easy victories? Clark started scribbling out a plan to ease people into running. People needed a goal, he thought. Something to look forward to. His hunch was that running in a 5-kilometer race would make a good goal. The races are public, social, competitive, and fun. And critically, the 5 kilometers represent an attainable challenge, since most people in decent health could already walk a 5-kilometer. So he called his plan Couch to 5 kilometers. In 9 weeks, with 3 workouts per week, the plan would transform a couch sitter into a 5-kilometer finisher. The first workout was simple, alternating a 60-second jog with a 90-second walk for a total of 20 minutes. The workouts escalated steadily from there. Clark needed a beta tester for his plan, so he called his mom. She was not receptive. He was trying to convince me that I should get into this running thing too. Yeah, right, she said. But her maternal instincts kicked in, and she gave it a shot. It worked. She found it kind of surprising that I could do it without a tremendous amount of effort or commitment. Encouraged, Clark posted his plan to a website that he'd built for runners. It was 1997, the early days of the web. What surprised me was that people started picking it up and talking about it. I'm on week 3, day 2, and here's how it's going, Clark said. Over the years, as interest in Couch to 5K grew, parts of the plan took on almost mythic qualities. For instance, in week 5 comes a moment that has spawned its own acronym, W5D3, for week 5, day 3. This day requires the new joggers to step up their efforts considerably. While the previous workout featured 2 8-minute runs separated by a walk, W5D3 requires a continuous 20-minute jog, by far the longest stretch the participants have run to that point. It is feared and loathed by new joggers. In a blog post called The Dreaded W5D3, one jogger wrote, I can think of at least 10 times where the old me would have stopped to walk. Instead, I shuffled along, sometimes very slowly, until I regained my breath and was able to pick the pace back up. I did it. In 2000, Clark's website had picked up some advertisers, and he decided to sell it to a company called Cool Runnings. He went on with his life as an expert in software interface design, and meanwhile, over the years, his brainchild has grown exponentially. Millions of people have heard of it, now known as C25K, and hundreds of thousands have participated. Clark has received countless emotional thank yous from people saying Couch to 5K changed their lives. He had meant to introduce people to the joys of running, but in the process, he had unwittingly delivered defining moments. Billions of dollars have been spent trying to encourage people to exercise. Most of it has been wasted. Yet, here is a program that has convinced thousands of people to train for a 3.1-mile jog. What gives? The common goal to get in shape is ambiguous and unmotivating. Pursuing it puts you on a path with no clear destination and no intermediate moments to celebrate. Couch to 5K provides a structure that respects the power of moments. First, there is the commitment to join the program. That's one milestone. It's a personal resolution made public. Surviving the formidable W5D3 moment provides a second milestone. The quote above says it all. I did it. That's what pride sounds like. And of course, finishing the 5K is a peak with elements of elevation and connection and pride. 3 months ago, I couldn't run 100 yards without heaving, and now I'm the kind of person who can finish a race. The C25K program multiplies the milestones that participants meet, and in so doing, it multiplies the pride that they experience. We can apply the same strategy to many aspects of our lives and work. To experience more defining moments, we need to rethink the way we set goals.